This is the Louie T Network. The journey is long, and nobody said it was going to be easy. But all we've got is us. All that believe is us. The Redskins Report. Welcome, all my fellow Redskin brethren and sistren. I am your man and resident Redskins fan, Lou. Thank you for joining me here on the Redskins Report. All right, so we're back. Quick turnaround. I was just here yesterday talking and preaching and kind of easing that defeat that we took on Sunday. Now it's time to talk about getting a victory on Thursday. So quick turnaround, but we got to put that one away and we got to look forward to the Giants. The G-Men coming in town. Now, this is a must-win game. And, you know, we toss around must-wins. I mean, what if you don't win, okay? If it was a must-win and you don't win, what happens then? Let's not worry about that. Let's just win the game. I don't look at the Giants the same way I look at the Philadelphia Eagles, okay? Number one, the Eagles won the division last year, so respect was already given to the Eagles because of what they did last year. Okay, let me rephrase that. Respect was earned by the Eagles because of what they did last season. And I look at this Giants team, and they struggled out of the gate this year. They got a new offensive coordinator, a lot of different pieces in New York. They're struggling to take care of the football, dropping the football a lot of penalties. The Giants are self-destructing, and I'm watching them somewhat sabotage themselves each and every week. And I look at the Redskins and I say, we have a lot in common with the Giants. Because when we don't win, it's a lot of times our own undoing. We undo all of the good things that we do in the course of a game. We undo it ourselves, whether it's special teams, whether it's fumbles, whether it's a costly turnover via interception, whatever the case may be. We hurt ourselves, much like the Giants do. So the team that wins on Thursday is going to be the team that doesn't shoot themselves in the foot. It's going to be the team that stays out of their own way. Because even when the Giants won their first game last week against Houston, it wasn't pretty. Giants had a field goal go through the holder's hands. The Giants had a fumble inside the 10-yard line going in for points. The Giants did things that teams that win don't do, but they got away with it last week. We have to make sure that if they make those same mistakes this week, they don't get away with it. And I feel like we're a better team than the Giants. Last week, I said I felt like we have more talent than the Eagles, but I don't necessarily know if we're a better team. Eagles proved that we weren't the better team on Sunday. So this week, I think the scenario is totally different. I think we're the better team. I think that we're at home, and we need to go get this done. I don't think the Giants, and right now, I'm not going to lie to you, I don't respect the New York Football Giants right now. Okay? I don't respect these guys. I don't think they're any good. I really don't. Now, does that mean we're supposed to come in and dominate them and blow them out? I'm not saying it. It's family business. They are third cousins. I don't like going to their houses. They got roaches. We don't eat from their house. We don't drink from there. I don't want to use the bathroom over there. They're nasty. I don't like the Giants, okay? I don't respect the Giants, but they're family, okay? I don't have to like them, but they're family, you know? So, put it this way. I don't care how we get this W. I don't care if we blow them out. This isn't one of those situations where if you win by 3, you feel bad or you feel dirty about the victory, even though you got it, because you feel like you should have blown that team out because they're not any good. This isn't one of those type of games. I just want a W. I don't care how I get it. If it's by 1, if it's by 3, if it's by 7, if it's by 27, I don't care how we get it, I just want it. I just want this W, and we need to get it in the worst way. And the Giants are standing in the way. So the way I look at it, there are a number of things we need to talk about quickly, and then we're going to get out of here. All right, first things first. We got a lot of injuries. And when you play on Thursday and it's a quick turnaround, guys don't get to lick their wounds properly. And we were in a slugfest on Sunday with the Eagles, man. That was a slobber knocker. A lot of guys on both sides, Eagles and Redskins, a lot of guys came out of that game banged up. Worse for wear. And so to turn around quickly and have to play on a Thursday, it's pretty tough. Okay, we know D'Angelo Hall gone for the season. Okay, he's not coming back. So you already know vitamin B has to step up. Next man up, it's vitamin B. And I can't lie, I'm anxious to see vitamin B get an opportunity to start because I think the world of this kid. And I think that he's going to be someone that makes plays. Yeah, he's going to get beat sometimes. But I tell you one thing, he's fearless. He tackles like a safety. And the guy can make plays on the football. I'm confident that vitamin B is going to come in. And if Eli tries to test him and he comes at him wrong, I think vitamin B might give him some, man. I'm not sure. We'll see. I'm just saying I like the fact that we got some young guys out there with some gumption, man, with some balls. And they're going to let them hang low. And we're going to see if they're going to be able to ball out on Thursday or not. But I think where this game is going to be won or lost is in the trenches, man, where it usually is in the National Football League. And we got to stop the run. We got to look, the Giants won last week because Rashad Jennings had 34 carries for 167 yards. The Giants won because they were able to control the line of scrimmage last week against the Houston Texans. The Texans went for it on 4th down. They went for it on, they had a 3rd and 1 situation, couldn't pick it up, went for it on 4th and 1, couldn't pick it up. The Giants controlled the line of scrimmage. And it didn't hurt that they forced 3 Ryan Fitzpatrick interceptions and turned those into points as well. So it's all about not turning the football over, which I talk about every week. And that goes without saying, but I say it anyway because we seem to not get that memo every single week. Don't turn the football over. Win the turnover battle. Control the line of scrimmage, though. Make Eli Manning have to beat us. And last week we said that, and we asked Nicholas Foles to beat us, and he did. Eli, on the other hand, isn't going to do that. If we force Eli Manning to beat us, and we stop the run and Rashad, and look, I already told you I think the world of our rush defense. So if we got all of our pieces down in the trenches where they're supposed to be, if Hatcher's able to play, again, I talked about injuries and we'll run down the list of guys that are pertinent that I think we need to have a W on Thursday. But if Hatcher plays, if Big Swaggy plays the way he's been playing all season, I don't see how it is we don't dominate the line of scrimmage, stop them from running the football, and force Eli Manning to beat us. Nobody on the Giants roster scares me. Victor Cruz. They got Victor Cruz. Yeah, they got Victor Cruz, and he's nice, but I'm not afraid of Victor Cruz, man. I used to be. That was when the defense wasn't athletic. I used to be afraid of Victor Cruz when we didn't have athleticism, when everybody was old and had Geritol and had Ben Gay, and when we were running around with London Fletcher as the captain, and we couldn't keep up with anybody. I was afraid of guys like Victor Cruz. I'm not afraid of that guy anymore, man. You got to come with more than that. So right now, I feel like our chances of winning this game is huge. If we play anywhere remotely close to the way we played offensively against the Eagles, the Giants don't stand a chance. But it's one thing to say that. It's another thing to do it. We got to come out and we got to execute. Alfred Morris cannot fumble the football, man. You got to hold on to the football, AM. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's Alfred Morris. You got to wake these cats up, but you also got to hold on to the football, AM. So it'll be interesting to see if he can get off like he did against the Eagles, like he did against the Texans, like he did against the Jaguars. But he fumbled in every single one of those games, with the exception of Jacksonville, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think he put it on the carpet in that game. But in the 2 losses, he fumbled the football. Now, we didn't lose one of his fumbles in Philadelphia, but we definitely lost the ball in Houston, and we can't have the ball on the ground. As Warren Sapp once told me, can't put the church's money on the ground, man. Can't put the church's money on the floor. So, got to keep the football in your hands, AM. And from a defensive standpoint, stop the run. Make Eli Manning beat us. I don't think they have enough. I do not think they have enough firepower to get it done if we force the issue and make Eli Manning have to beat us. He's getting more and more comfortable in the offense that Ben McAdoo, his new offensive coordinator, is calling, but I still think there are some glitches and some areas and some weaknesses there. We need to exploit them. So I feel like if we can find a way to force Eli Manning to beat us, I think we got a great shot, because I think he'll turn it over once, maybe twice, maybe even 3 times. You never know with Eli Manning. But we got to force the issue. You know, we can't sit back on our heels and wait for them to take the fight to us. We got to take the fight to them. And on the offensive side of the football, it starts up front. It always does. I keep talking about the trenches and how defensively I think we got to stop the run and make Eli Manning beat us and control the line of scrimmage. Same thing on the offensive side of football. We got to control the line of scrimmage. We got to run the football. And last week, what was so great about the performance of the offensive line was that they didn't give up any sacks, man. We threw the football, 40 some odd times, 48 times. I think Kirk Cousins was 30 or 48 or something like that. We threw the football 40 some times. Not one sack. And now, some of that could be attributed to Kirk getting rid of the football. Some of it is the offensive line holding up. So, if they can do that again against this Giants front and give Kirk time to scan the field, find the open receivers, I don't see why we can't do what we did a week ago against the Eagles and put up some points. The Giants, I can tell you this, the Giants don't want to get in a shootout with us. They don't want to do that, because we got more firepower than them. We got more bullets in the gun than they do. So, I feel like if we can just offensively get it going, rev it up, score points, and control the pace of the game on both sides of the football. Don't let the Giants dictate tempo to us. If you get an incomplete pass, they can't run tempo. They can't go no huddle. If we tackle them for a loss, all of a sudden you got to regroup. So if we're playing on their side of the line of scrimmage, they're in trouble. And so let's talk about some of these injuries, though, because the easiest way for us to come into this game shorthanded and lose is not have guys suit up. And we got a slew of injuries. You start with Jason Hatcher on that defensive line. I think he's one of the big pieces along that defensive line. If he can't go, that's a devastating blow. He's got a hammy, and it's mild, but normally with hammies, they're funny like that, man. You could go out there, feel good all week. You get out there, you run around for 3 plays, and next thing you know, the hammy starts acting up. And being that he didn't have a full week to kind of let it rest and get all the treatment and the stem that you would like to see him get with the hammy, hey, anything could happen there. He's a game-time decision. He's questionable. Of course, D-Jax with the shoulder, I expect him to play. If he played last week, I don't think he did any more damage to it. Who am I to say, but I don't think he did any more damage to the shoulder. I expect D-Jax to be out there. Tracy Porter, a cornerback. I think for all the young guys, we got DA out there, we got Vitamin B out there, we got a lot of young guys that I'm really feeling. We brought Chase Minifield up from the practice squad. That's nice, but you need some veteran presence back there. Now, we got 2 safeties that we trust that are veterans. That's great, but you need to infuse a little bit of veteran leadership at the cornerback position into Tracy Porter. Need him to come back from his hammy injury. If he's not ready to go this week, I'm fine with that, but I need him next week against Seattle. So Jordan Reed's already out, and I'm cool with that. I want Jordan Reed to be out. Give him an extra 10 days to rest so that he's ready for Seattle. We're going to need him in that football game. We got a couple more injuries. Hopefully Kai Forbath and his groin is ready to go, because that field goal miss we had from 33 yards last week was crucial. Need him to be ready to go. I don't trust these kickers out on the street, man. So I'd love to see Kai ready to go, lace him up. And this is the most important thing about this quick turnaround. Rakpo got the finger all messed up. He's going to be wearing a hard cast on his hand. So he'll be out there playing. Don't know how effective he will be. Anyway, I mean, how much are we going to miss him doing much of anything? I mean, I haven't called Rak's name that often this season, and that's what we're used to with this guy. I mean, he doesn't show up when he's supposed to. He shows up when it's convenient for him. Generally speaking, we don't get any sacks out of him when we play NFC East teams. He'll get 3 sacks against the St. Louis Rams. He'll get 2 more sacks against the Tennessee Titans. And he'll get another sack against the Colts. It'll be against irrelevant teams. But when we need him against the Cowboys, when we need him against the Eagles, when we need him against the Giants, he won't show up. So I don't really know how much that'll impact him in this game. But if you're a guy in the trenches, outside linebacker, inside linebacker, defensive lineman, you need your hands. You need to be able to hold and grab and tug and shove offensive linemen and kind of redirect them. And when you don't have your thumbs or you don't have your fingers and you can't do all of those things, it's tough. So I don't know how effective he'll be, but he's playing nonetheless. So all in all, this is the thing. It's a short week. We got to strap it up and find a way to get a W. Sean Laval might be out. Josh Laribus might have to step in and start for him. I'm fine with that. I think Josh Laribus will come in and do a bang-up job. I don't have any doubts that he'll be able to come in and hold it down along the offensive line. Here's the thing. It's a short week. Guys are banged up. Hey, I need everybody that can suit up to suit up. Keep this in mind. If we get this W, you got 10 days off before the next game. And keep in mind, I think it might actually be 11 because we don't play until Monday night next time. We don't play in week number 5 until Monday night against the Seattle Seahawks. At home, prime time. So you get that extra day of rest. So it's almost like a bye week. If we can just get this W, man, this will be a great week of rest for all of these guys that are banged up. And you'll be able to get this rest with a W. That's what we want to do. So this is huge. We can't fall to 1-3 on the season. We can't fall to 0-2 in the division. We got to have this one. This isn't optional. We're at home. The Giants are struggling. Yeah, they got a win last week. It was not pretty. We have got to win this game. And again, I don't care how it's done. I don't care if it's by hook or by crook. I don't care if it's by 10 or 23. We got to win this game. So all I'm asking the guys to do, all I'm asking the fellas to do is give me everything you got for 60 minutes for one night, and then you got 10 to 11 days of rest to kind of lick your wounds, watch everybody else. It's almost like a bye week. We got to have this one, though, fellas. And the Giants are right there for the taking, man. So go and get it. I feel like if we dominate the line of scrimmage on both sides of the football, can run the football, can stop the run, I dare Eli Manning to beat me. Because I know I won't be standing here saying the same thing I said to you after Nicholas Foles shredded us. I won't be saying those same words. Because Eli Manning will not do the same thing to us. He and that supporting cast, they're not the Eagles. They're not good enough. So, hey, I'm not afraid of Larry Donnell. I'm not afraid of Jarrell Jernigan's. I'm not afraid of Daniel Fells. Bring them on, man. I'm not afraid of them dudes. Ruben Randall doesn't make me quiver, man. So, if you want to try to dice me, go ahead, but don't let Rashad Jennings take the pressure off of Eli Manning and allow Eli to hide behind the running game. Make Eli come front and center. Make him come to the forefront and make him beat us. If we do that and we can get a little bit of pressure, you know Eli has happy feet. You know Eli likes to throw no-look passes. Make him. Think we're going to win this game. I feel confident that we're going to take the Giants down 30-20. I feel like we're going to take care of business and get to 2-2, back to 500 on the season, and more importantly, back to 500 in the division. So, I am a Redskins fan, etched in burgundy and gold. My Redskins spirit will never die. My Redskins spirit will never fold. Until we meet again, hail to my beloved, our beloved Redskins. See you on Friday when it's a victory Friday. And we'll talk about this again on the Thursday edition of In the Lab Room. But until then, I'm signing off. Go get them, fellas. Bring back that dunk. The Redskins Report.